For the past 10 years, Asia has stuck by her boyfriend, Germaine, even though he's admitted to cheating on her countless times and sleeping with other women for money. But now, despite these confessions, Asia still has one burning question. Is Germaine gay? I think if I was with somebody for 10 years, I would know what their sexual orientation was.
Right.
Okay, but let's start with, are you cheating on her?
No.
You're not cheating
No,
on her?
I'm not at all.
So when you sleep with these other women for money, that's not cheating?
I have, like I haven't done it.
Oh, you haven't done,
Yeah,
you did that in the past.
These are things that I did in the past.
At some point you said, I'm not going to do that anymore, I'm not going to cheat on my girlfriend anymore?
Yeah.
And you've been with her 10 years, and how many kids do you have?
4.
4. And she said at one point, you said, go live in a shelter, I want to go play video games.
Not in those words, but all I was doing was playing video games and getting high and getting drunk, and it was either them or my wife and my kid at the time. And all I really cared about was myself and what I wanted to do.
And how long ago was that?
This was, 2011, 7 years ago.
So you were a young guy.
Yeah.
Terrible mistake?
Yes. Absolutely horrible mistake.
What changed you?
Jail. I woke up one morning with the bright idea of going to go rob a bank. I got some boxes. I put a brown paper bag over it, put duct tape over it. Like I doctored a fake bomb.
Okay.
Right. And I went to the bank, and I was going to do it. I was gung ho, and I got scared. I'm thinking cops got guns. I ain't got one, so I punked out. And
forgot about that.
I punked out. But I guess I alerted the right people. So I immediately looked suspicious. Somebody called the cops followed me. I found somebody on the street I thought I was going to rob. They got away from me, and the cops caught me. I went to jail.
How long did you go to jail for?
I sat for 10 months.
10 months. When you're sitting in there, are you missing your kids?
Absolutely. I didn't feel the way about them then that I do now. Then it was, okay, I got some kids.
Didn't have a deep meaning for them.
Right, exactly. It was just, okay, I got some kids. I treated them like I would treat a pair of sneaks or something like that. When I went to jail, I only sat for 10 months, but, my first 2 months there, I was trying to find a scapegoat. It's Asia's fault. It's their fault. It's their fault. It's everybody's fault but the person who made the bomb, And I noticed dudes getting out of jail, coming back to jail, getting out of jail, coming back to jail, but the entire time they talking about this wife they got at home, these kids they got at home, and you sitting in here with me. And I made the decision, okay, either this is gonna be your family or you gonna go back home. And I decided I didn't want them to be my family. I decided I wanted to go back home, and that was it.
Do you love Asia now?
Absolutely.
And you're a family guy, you love your kids?
Yes, I do.
But you have said you've cheated on her in the past.
I have.
And you've said you slept with women, they gave you some money. I gotta ask you, did you sleep with men?
No.
No men?
No, sir.
Where's this coming from that she thinks that you're gay?
Well, she can't believe anything that I tell her. She can't believe nothing I say, nothing at all, because I've always lied to her.
So you lied a lot to her in the past.
Right.
So she's having a hard time now taking anything at face value.
Because I'm about to, I'm not going to say I'm about to become a firefighter, but I'm going to say that because of my record, they weren't supposed to accept my application, and they did, despite my record. They invited me to come take the test.
Oh, good for you. Hope you make it.
And they told me that if I had passed the test, that I could start the academy. You're a firefighter as long as you can pass the physical part. I'm a big guy, so I think I can pass the physical part. So this is a blessing. I don't deserve it, but my children do. And I think that this is God looking out for my kids. I don't think I deserve anything. And firefighters.
But you know what? I'll just say this. You made a mistake in your life, and a lot of people make mistakes. We all make, not everybody goes out and tries to rob somebody, but you made the mistake, you did your time. So, my thing is you're sitting up here and you're coming across, I think, as a very good guy that made mistakes when you were younger. But you say, hey, I woke up, I realized I love my kids, I want to provide for them. You know what? There's nothing wrong with you getting a chance to be a firefighter. So,
she still has those issues. We still have those issues because of me. And firefighters work 50, 60 hours a week. You know, they spend a lot of time in firehouse around other guys. So her whole thing is, okay, before we
What are you
embark.
doing with that hose?
So her whole thing is, you know, all this time you're gonna be spending with these cats. I can't believe nothing you saying. I just before we embark on this new journey together, let's make sure we don't have to embark on it separately.
All right, so we're gonna bring out Asia. Let's bring out Asia.
How am I supposed to believe anything that you tell me? You always lie to me. Ever since I met you, it was a lie. When I first met you, you told me you was 22 years old. You told me you had a job at the airport. And how old did I find out you were?
17.
I'll let you say it.
17.
17. 17 years old. I was 20 years old. I could have went to jail.
He's come out here and he's been perfectly honest, said, you know, he's cheated on you. He robbed people. He made a bomb. I mean, he did all kind of crazy things, you know? Not a real bomb. He made a fake bomb. He went to jail. It woke him up. He's trying to become a firefighter. So, it sounds like this young man really has got his act together.
And I want to believe that. Like, it's not like I'm saying, oh, he must be lying. It's just been 10 years of lies. So where does the truth start and where the lies
So you're
start?
here today because I want to hear from you. Exactly why are you here?
I want to find out if he's gay or not. I want to find out if I have that to worry about.
Do you have sex with him?
Yeah.
How is it?
I mean, we have 4 kids.
I was about to say, don't front, man.
That's kind of my point.
I know, but you know, sometimes you can never really be sure with people.
Can you never be sure?
You can never really be sure.
Honey, are you sure about me? I hope so. You're on the show because you told our producers you believe he's cheating. You believe he's still cheating.
Yeah, because, you know, like now he doesn't have a job. It's hard for him to get a job. He goes on interviews, you know, but he comes home with money sometimes. And he doesn't have a job. Where are you getting this money from? Are you sleeping with women again for money? Like, I need to know these things.
And where does the gay stuff come from, though?
Like I said, when, you know, we were like down, you know, we didn't have anything. You know, he's supposed to come take care of us. And I go looking for him and he come in the house, well, I'll stay with my friends and you and the kids go stay in the shelter. What you mean we can go stay in the shelter? How you gonna pick your friends over us? I mean,
well, he said that was a bad mistake on his part.
Video games can't be that important or that great. I played video games before. I never wanted to leave my kids for them. So I figured it had to be the guy.
I agree with you. I still don't hear anything coming from you that would, you know, video games doesn't make you gay. Were they playing the games naked?
I don't know what they were doing. I wasn't allowed over there. I came there one time to come and get him to come home, and he come upstairs, I'm boo-hoo crying, and he's like, he got the door to the basement closed like, okay, well, you go head back home. What are you doing in the basement? Like, it's a bunch of guys down there. It wasn't females down there. It wasn't like a stripper pole down there. It's a bunch of guys.
Yeah, but couldn't they just been like smoking pot down there or something?
But why would you have to keep the door closed? I mean, you can smell it if the door opened a little bit. You can smell it from under the door.
So I'm just saying, a bunch of guys are in the basement, and you think they were what, having gay sex?
Probably, I don't know. Guys do stuff like that.
All right, let's find out. Germaine, you came here and you took a lie detector test, and you were asked, have you ever had sexual physical contact with another male? He answered no. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with another male? He answered no. Since you got out of jail in 2007, have you had sexual physical contact with anyone besides Asia? He answered no. Since you got out of jail in 2007, have you accepted money in exchange for sexual favors from anyone? He answered no. And the results came back, and they came back the same way for every one of those questions, that Germaine told the truth.
Hold up. Hey, what you talking about, man? Now who you dealing with? What I've been telling you all week? Huh? What I've been telling you all week, man? Got me out there standing for the cold.
Now, the shocking thing about that is, when I read those results, I heard 5 guys go, "Aw." No, but I mean, this doesn't happen very often. I mean, first of all, I think it's a great story because a lot of guys lose their way and they get lost in the system forever. I mean, when you said about how I thought of my kids like a pair of sneaks, and obviously I want to hear, what do you think about your children now? How do you feel about them?
My children are the reason I wake up every day, man. You know, like, That's it.
I mean, the good thing is you're with the guy that woke up and said, "Hey, I got to change my life around." He wants to be a good father, and you know what? He's. I hope you become a firefighter. I hope you serve your community.
Thank you, Chad.